All right, guys, we're here at the Ducks Unlimited Studios at Gamefair, and we are just chilling, hanging out with everybody. And 10 Minute Tuesday is brought to you by
Turtle Box, guys.
None
Turtle
other than.
Box. Let me tell you, you know how nice it is to have a portable speaker that keeps a charge for forever, and you can link two of them together, and they're loud, dude. They are so loud, and they are so nice. We were using them on the 4th of July, floating them in the lake as we were playing football. It was so cool. Like, these things are indestructible, waterproof. They float.
Yeah.
They're incredible machines.
The waterproof is the thing, because it's like you want to bring the speaker, but then if you get caught in a storm or whatever happens.
No, you just leave that stuff in your boat.
Yeah.
Leave it in your boat, dude.
Unreal. Well, we wanted to start this 10 Minute Tuesday and talk to you guys a little bit because we get so many questions from our listeners asking how they can get into the industry, how they can meet people, and especially like learn, right, from other people in the industry. And we're here at Gamefair, and I think that, obviously we've talked about it in the past, but this is one of the best places to meet people. And truly, any of the shows that you can go to. Joey, just talk a little bit about, especially like, remember when you were like begging me to come to the shows with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like just talk about like your experience and how much you learned, how quickly.
What's amazing about trade shows is, one, you get to meet all the people on social media and VHS tapes that you watched growing up, because people like Sean Stahl, Scott Trinan, pretty much every call maker, everyone in the industry is here selling their products. They're also at a discount, and so you're getting it for cheap.
Yeah.
And then there's calling contests, and you just learn so much about, one, the products that you're using. You're not just trusting the internet. You actually get to meet the person who invented it 90% of the time, and what they do like about it, what they don't like about it. You can ask them in person how it works in situations, and they're going to give you the straight meat deal. But no, it's just incredible to go to trade shows, and it's so much fun, guys. Between NWTF, Delta Waterfowl,
Ducks,
you have Gamefair, you have the Oshkosh show.
Yep, Worlds at Stuttgart.
Bozeman has a calling contest as well.
Almost
and
every state has one.
Almost every state has one. And so just being able to come to these things and meet everybody, go have a beer with them, and like see these products for the first time at a discount, whatever it is. And it's just, I love coming to these shows. If I can go, I absolutely will go.
One of the hardest things too is, buying these products, right? It's a specialty thing. They're not everywhere. They're not just at every store. And a lot of the time, the most information you can really get about what products are coming out is from the internet. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the internet can be extremely deceiving. So it's really difficult to look at something and say, I wonder how this is built. I wonder if it's tough. Can we send it with Joey, or does it have to only go with Cal? You know what I mean? And this is the perfect place to see all that stuff happen.
Well, maybe I'm just old school, but I need to feel it, touch it, see it. I have to see, I have to really I have to, don't year one me, okay? But I have to see the rigidity of things, and I have to feel the fabric of like an A-frame or of a layout. I have to look at the pins and see if they're too tight or if they're drilled out far enough. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that.
Totally. Yeah.
I need to see that for myself, and if Cabela's or Shields or whatever department store that you go to find outdoor goods doesn't have it, you're not going to see it in person, and half the time you're probably going to end up returning it if you're just seeing it on the internet, if you have any thoughts. So,
well, another thing that always blows my mind is every year, every show we go to, there's new products that you've never heard of. A million of them, and it's anything from decoys to decoy rigging systems to calls or, whatever, man. You don't see it on the internet, but then you'll come to the shows and there's new startup companies. There's new things that are coming out all the time. Another thing that I wanted to mention too is I think that, when you're watching the VHSs at home, especially like when I first started hunting and we started Midwest Flyways, I had no idea how small it was. You're watching the VHSs, you're seeing the DVDs, right? And you're watching these things on YouTube, and I think you get the idea that there's so many of these people doing it, and they're kind of, it's sort of like in my head when I first started coming to this, I'm like, there's no way that the owners of these companies that you see on all these TV shows and DVDs and everything are actually going to be at Gamefair.
They are,
but they are. They're literally here. This is a very small industry,
and they're just honestly, it's such a niche network of people in the outdoor industry in general, and then you go even smaller to waterfowl, and you just get to know everybody so well, and it's just fun. And you end up hunting with some of the coolest people. Some of our best friends we have met at Gamefair 8 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so we still keep in touch with them and run into them from social media, and then you just become best friends. And so that's the biggest thing about Gamefair. It's a bunch of people that like to do the same thing in the outdoors, and they're in a very small area. It's like 60 acres, 100 acres of like tents and booths and all that. And
there's 300 exhibitors here.
You just make new friends every single time you come. So
yeah, it's crazy too because there's so many things you don't think of, like dogs. There's so much dog stuff here.
Dog food companies and
dog food companies and all different types of, dog treats and dog toys and dog training stuff, and it's endless.
It's worth the travel.
Then there's the archery side, it's pretty much anything you'd want to do in the outdoors. Any of these shows, we're not a big enough industry for this stuff to just be at every store and every turn. It's a niche thing. Not everyone hunts.
A lot of it is direct to consumer, and so you're not going to see these products in store.
Right.
Gamefair, trade shows, that's the place to see them.
Yep.
So thank you guys so much for watching this 10-Minute Tuesday. Be sure to be on the lookout for all the new podcasts we've been doing here at Gamefair, and we hope to see you on the next one.